at how Football Index works. And I think this is quite an interesting gambling concept. The basic idea is that it is a stock market for football. But remember, this isn't like a normal stock market. You're not really investing. This is a gambling product, and you are at quite a substantial disadvantage. So it's a game just like betting with a bookmaker, but they've dressed it up as a stock market in quite a difficult and slightly intimidating concept at first. But when you actually get it explained to you properly, it is fairly simple. So the basic idea is that you're looking to buy what they call futures in football players and sell them for more than you pay for them. So, for example, if you were to buy this at £4.32, this particular player, Marcus, you would be hoping that in the future that you would be able to sell that same future to someone else for a higher price. That's the ultimate goal of the game. And those prices are driven by demand. So when people really want to buy into a particular football player, the prices will go up. When there's lots of selling, the prices will go down, much like what would happen in a stock market. But there's various complexities to this game that makes it not like a stock market, and also makes Football Index a lot of money because they are, of course, a business. So your first thing you'll notice is that these two prices are not the same. That you can buy this player at £4.32 and you can sell them at £4.21. The difference here is called the spread. So in this case, you're looking at 11 pence. So if you were to buy one of those and instantly sell it, you would lose 11 pence. So this is set about 2%, which is one of the ways that Football Index makes money. So in order for you to break even, you need to buy this and then sell it at £4.32, which means the sell price has to go up by 11 pence for you to make nothing. So the ultimate goal, as I say, is to buy these players and then sell them to someone else in the future at a higher price. Easier said than done. But the other thing that you really must understand is this concept of relegation. And to understand that, you need to look at the squad here. So click on this and have a look at the squad. So these are players that are not in the top 200. The first team are the ones that are tradable. So you've got first team here. You can trade these. You can't trade those on the squad, but you can vote for them. And the ones with the most votes, you can vote up, vote down. The ones with the most votes, the top two, are moved into the first team. But as I say, there's 200 in the first team. So if they were to move in, there'd be 202. But two of the first team are kicked out. There's a problem, because say you were to go to the lowest price, so it's the lowest priced ones that are kicked out. So at the end of the week, on one particular day per week, there's like a cleanup, and so you've got these at 47, 48. So you see all these ones are at risk of being kicked off. And so if you've bought these and they're relegated from the first team to the squad, you'll lose. You get all of your money wiped out, which is one of the ways that Football Index makes all their money. They want to make a lot of money. They raised loads of money via seeders, which is how I know about them. They are a business and you are gambling. So never forget that. It's a game and you can lose money. The other important thing to understand in how this works is this idea of, if we go here, the buzz. Now they talk about dividends. Again, this is the language of the stock market. So they take the news aggregated from various sites and they come up with these numbers based on how much coverage they're getting and how positive that coverage is. And so the player with the most positive coverage in the media comes to the top of this list. So if you were to own Danny Rose and he was to stay at the top during the day, they pay a 5 pence dividend per day. So if you bought one share of this for £1.35, and say you bought it a few days ago, if you're in the right place at the right time, you would get 5 pence for every one you own. So if you'd bought 10 for £13, you would get 10 times 5 pence, which is 50 pence. And that would be your nice little dividend. So that's the two ways you can make money, is by selling and by taking dividends. And the dividends run around 20%. not 20% of what you pay, but 20% of the money that comes in goes back out in dividends to the players. So lastly, we'll look at the portfolio. So I just made up a silly little portfolio. I'm not particularly interested in playing this. I only like to gamble when I have a guaranteed edge. So match betting, those sort of fun things where you don't lose money. I'm not a gambler myself unless I'm guaranteed to win through arbitrage. So this doesn't appeal to me. Anyway, but I find it intellectually interesting. So the portfolio, these are the number of futures that you've bought and the cost of each of them, and then there's the value. Slightly annoyingly, which I find is quite deceiving, is that I've made a 39 pence loss. This is minus 39, but it is in green, which makes you think you've made a profit when you've not really. So that's slightly dodgy. Also, these negative numbers are based on this price here rather than the sale price, because you can't actually sell it at that price. You have to sell it at the sale price. That's that spread we were talking about earlier. So that's slightly interesting. The ultimate goal of the game is that your portfolio should have a genuinely positive number. So you should be able to buy players, they get more popular, lots of people buy them, you spot them early, and don't have people relegated, and then you sell them on to other people at higher prices. Very difficult game to play, and when you add in relegations and the spread, I would say you're at quite a substantial disadvantage. So be careful when you're playing this. This is gambling, and you can lose money, of course. So hopefully you found this video interesting. And you now understand the whole concept of how it works. So thank you very much for watching.